let's flip
man.
things around here and let's talk about some positives here because
Let's do it,
there's some
man.
positivity to talk about. Right
Always,
now. My
always,
guy Beals
always.
is here, and I'm happy to have my guy here at
No
a time like
doubt, no
this where
doubt,
things
no
are
doubt.
going really well for my guy and
No doubt,
longtime
man.
fans of the Wrap It Up podcast. For
sure.
Obviously, remember my guy Beals making a lot of early appearances on the pod,
Right,
helping
right.
me out when we were getting this off the ground.
No doubt,
And
man.
we always were alluding to some news coming, which we couldn't really get into
Couldn't
at the
get
time.
into it. Top
but
secret, top secret.
now the time is here.
Yeah.
So I want you to kind of talk to the people, tell the people what exactly is going on right now. What was just released, where you're at, what's going on.
Well, we recently just put out the newest single, Young, Black, and Gifted, on Selected Records, Sony Orchid, to the US and to the Europe district. It's a joint we had in the stash for a minute,
Okay.
Satire and I, but it got to the right people thanks to Rich Neeks, and it's moving, man. It's shaking, it's cranking. We put it out last Friday, and so far the reception has just been amazing. At times overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
We expected it to do well,
Yeah.
to do decent, get some positive feedback, but not like this.
And it's doing well. A lot of radio play in the city.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
And-
Flow, man.
Yeah.
It's just. It's hip hop. It's real hip hop. It's
Yeah.
street music.
Yes.
And for it to get this type of attention, this type of play, in terms of what's going on musically right now in the
Yeah.
city, and just globally, a lot of people are doing a lot of drill music.
Yeah.
Heavy 808s, and this is this is soulful sample street music,
Yeah.
right? So to fit into those other categories, get played, it's saying something.
For sure. I totally agree with you. And I think we come from the same era of growing up
Yeah,
listening to
we-
hip hop, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
love the sample on the track.
Yeah,
it's
man,
it's
yeah,
definitely
man,
a
yeah,
dope,
man,
kind of
yeah,
soul feel. Like it made me feel something. Like
Yeah,
I
man,
felt
that's
that,
satire, man. That's satire, man. Shout out my man Say Cool, aka William Satire.
Yeah.
Like we've been putting in that work individually for a long time, right? So
Yeah.
it's only right that we came back together to give you that, to give you the Cocaine Noir project.
Yeah.
We're finishing up the newest Cocaine Noir 2.
Okay.
Hopefully we get that out by early spring. But in the meantime, it's Young, Black, and Gifted,
So Young, Black, and Gifted. You sent that to me last week, I want to say.
You know what the
sent me
funny
an
you know what the
email.
funny thing about it is? I played that for you maybe like a year ago.
Really?
Right here. I promise you.
You know what? I do remember
I
that.
promise
That's
you.
crazy.
I
I
played that for
Was
you.
it that
like,
track?
Yeah, it was that track. Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
people popping in. Some of my regulars popping in on Instagram right now. They want me to reintroduce the man right now. So for the people tuning in late, again, if you're on Instagram right now, you want to see my dude, Mr. Beals, in the flesh on the podcast, go to the link in my bio. That takes you right to the Twitter stream. You don't got to sign up for Twitter or anything like that. Just click the link,
None of
you
that,
see the
none of that,
video.
none of that.
You'll see Beals, you'll see the full set.
Come
We're just
see
breaking
us.
down right
Come
now,
see
talking
us.
about
Come see us.
the
We
brand new
look-
release.
Yeah, we flavorful right now, baby.
Right? The brand new release, Young, Black, and Gifted.
man. Young, Black, and Gifted.
Available everywhere you get your music. That's
Tidal,
iTunes.
Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your music, it's there, man.
And it's a real hip hop heads thing. And the thing that I
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
in this era, which I'm not going to try to sound like the old man, get off
No
my
doubt.
lawn type thing, because I'm not about that hate.
No
Get
doubt.
your money however you're going to get your money.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do love the message behind it. I love,
No doubt.
kind of like what the meaning is behind it. You know what I mean? I like that there's a message in terms of, helping your peoples out, setting goals, investing, like
music,
bigger
music.
things.
This is what it is. Music's supposed to have a message.
Yeah.
Right. And for me personally, we've known each other over 20 years now. We're day ones. We grew up together, right? So we come from that era where the music always had a message.
Yes.
Right. And we're not knocking anything now.
No.
But this is just what we do. This is
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
like.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
our preference.
Yeah.
So mentally, I'm from that era. Mentally, my pen is sharp enough to give you a message.
Yes.
Right? So young, black, and gifted, we're all young, black, and gifted. Right? The problem is with a lot of gifted people, they don't know how to tap in.
Yes. I hear you.
You
I
understand
hear
what
you
I'm
totally.
saying? So that's what it is. So when I say young, black, and gifted, yes, you're young. Yes, you're black. You can even be old.
Yeah.
But you know where your gift is. Maybe you don't. But you got to take the time to tap into where your gift is.
Yeah.
right? That's just what it is. Me personally, I found out what my gift is. I tapped
sure.
into it.
For sure.
Right? That's to spread the positive vibes and to give a positive message. Right?
Totally. And again, I'm here with my guy Beals L.E.S.
No doubt, no doubt.
Check
oh
him out.
My God,
Just
man.
search it on, again, Tidal, Spotify,
Apple.
iTunes, wherever you get your music.
No doubt.
Apple
man.
Music is what it's called now, right?
Yeah.
Austin checks in on the chat on Instagram and says, I'm young, white, and gifted. Hey,
That's okay,
more power
man.
to you
That's
too,
okay,
man. The message is about anybody getting it, right?
That's the message overall. You just gotta tap into what your gift is.
Yeah.
Tap into what you're good at, right? And just keep pushing.
So, interesting story to kind of give you guys kind of a behind the scenes, right? My guy Beal sent that to me last week ahead of the release of like the major release that just happened.
Gotta
right?
give it to you early, man.
So sent it to me, said play it on the pod, and in the back of my head, I'm like, yep, definitely gonna play it on the pod.
Right.
And the way that my scatterbrain works is, I'm at work and it'll be about 4 o'clock before Tim and Sid's about to start and go on the air.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm like, okay, let me pack up my stuff so that I can head out right after the show ends, right? And like we have our post-show meeting.
Right.
My bag's already good.
Yeah.
Run out, get in the Uber, come home, set up, do the pod,
Be ready.
right? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I got to remember, I'm going to put the song, this podcast. Didn't do it yet. Okay. And I started telling you the story while we were watching the game, and I said, I'm going to save it for the pod.
Yeah.
And because there's a message here where, you know, I'm a dude who, you know, I believe everything happens for a reason,
No
and the
doubt,
way
no
that
doubt.
things are supposed to get used is how it's supposed to get used.
Most definitely.
Right?
Most definitely.
So 2 days ago, we finished our production meeting for Tim and Sid. We meet every day at 12:30 with the producers to go over what's going to be on the show that day.
Right.
We had a block planned, and then our guest booker says, hey guys, there might be a chance that we can get Terrence Davis on the show today.
Right.
So we're like, oh, we're not really sure if it's going to happen or not, but we'll keep you posted.
Right.
So we leave the meeting, everyone goes back to their spots, whatever, working on the show.
Yeah.
And then they send out the message saying Terrence Davis is going to be on the show.
Yeah.
So I sit there, and part of my job of what I do on the show is, you know, you're sending out ideas, you're sending out block ideas, storylines, whatever, topics for the show.
Correct.
Now, because this was like a late interview, I decided to put together like a notes package for Tim and Sid.
Right.
You know, just to like, you know, share ideas with them in
Yeah,
terms of what we
yeah,
could possibly talk
yeah.
about in the interview. So as I'm going through and just reading about all these things about Terrence Davis, like, you know, because there's a lot of stuff that I know, but there's also stuff that I wanted to like make sure about, right? So as I'm going through and I'm writing up all these notes, I'm thinking, and my job also, I had to put together like a SOP montage to get into the interview, right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get all this video, I'm gonna get all these sound ups, like clips of his best dunks, all this stuff. So I do all that, send it off, and I'm like, okay, I need a song. So I'm going through, like, we have like a database of music, and I'm going through some beats, and I'm like, nah.
It ain't there. The vibe
And then
ain't
something
right.
just hit me, right? And I was like, wait, I need to bump this track.
God is
Like, I
talking
had
to you,
like
baby.
something just hit me and said, let me bump this track.
Yeah.
And strike me down right now. You can ask, I got witnesses that are sitting beside me. I'm sitting there and I'm like, I put the song on and I'm just sitting there. I had the headphones on and I'm bumping, right? And I'm sitting there bumping, and my guy sitting
That's some
beside me
satire
looks, he's
drums,
like,
man.
he looks at me, he's like, yo man, what are you listening to? I'm like, yo man, my dude put out this track and it's dope and I should have been bumping this from time, but something just hit me right now that I should be rocking with it. Right? And they're like, oh, what is it? So I tell them, I play it for them. I'm playing it in our newsroom, right? Playing it loud. And they're like, yo, this is nice. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I should have plotted this out better. I should use this for the Terrence Davis thing right now.
There it is.
Right?
Baby.
And I'm like, oh man, let me call him. I got to call him and ask him. And they're like, wait, this is on the radio and stuff too? I'm like, yeah, man, like it's blowing, it's bubbling.
Yeah.
So now I send you a message first.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm like, nah, time's ticking. Like, show starts at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
This is now maybe
I didn't even
2
see the
o'clock
message.
or
I didn't even see the message till later, till after the call.
So they're like, while this is bumping in our newsroom, my boy's sitting beside me. It was like Dylan and my boy Trizzy. They're sitting beside me and they're like, wait, this is your boy, like for real? I'm like, no,
blessings,
Sandlock.
blessings.
This is my guy.
This is my
They're like,
guy,
yo, this
man.
bumps.
This is
So I'm sitting
Sandlock.
there, I'm like, yo, I just gotta call this guy. So I get up, I just walk off. I'm on the phone, no answer. I'm like, okay, come back. Then you call me back, and I just jumped up. And I come back, I'm like, yo, we're on. And when I tell you, my editor was hyped. Tristan, who cut it, he was hyped. He was ready.
Shout out Tristan,
right?
Man.
So I'm
Shout
like,
out
all right,
Tristan.
let's go. Let's do this. And it was like the perfect, like, behind the scenes team effort
No
of like,
doubt,
yo,
man.
here's the album cover. Here's this. Yo, Maddie, can you
Yeah,
help me out?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I got our director to put the album cover up on the screen and do all that. And it was a perfect, like, just like team record.
Shout out to Rich, man. He was able to give you the package, and
Yes,
that's just
yes.
important as well. Like to
Yeah.
have that package ready.
It happened all quick,
Exactly, right? If I don't have that package ready,
So
it doesn't
it's
get
all
done.
in a matter
right?
of
So
a
shout out to
couple
Rich,
hours.
man. Shout out to Rich.
All in a
yeah,
matter of a
man.
couple hours, it all comes together. And my guy Tristan, as he's cutting it, we work in like an open newsroom. So editors and all, you know, sometimes if you're cutting something, you'll go into an edit suite.
Right.
We're right in the open newsroom, and he's cutting this, and so the
Wow.
beat's banging.
is
And
banging,
more and
it's
more
hitting.
people. Our show starts at 5:00.
Yeah.
But at 5:00, all the night people start coming in for their shift.
Yeah,
Right.
so everybody's taking it in.
So
you know?
everyone, as they're coming in, they're walking by. Like, mad people are stopping,
Yeah.
right? So I explain it to them, and they're like, "Okay." They're like, "What is this track?" They're like, "Yo, is it on iTunes?" I'm
That's
like, "Yeah,
love,
man.
man.
Let's get
That's
it."
love.
So
That's
we're
love.
passing
That's
the
love.
log. We're sitting there. We're
That's
bumping.
love.
We're rocking it
Yeah.
out. So they tape the interview. I'm like hype at this point. So then I send you the message. I'm like, "Yo, it's gonna air at this time, whatever." And to me, the beautiful part of the whole thing of how it all comes full circle, why I love this era of media, of just culture,
Right.
and how things spread, and how something we always said, real recognize real. We put it out. You had the recording. You're recording it on the TV. You're like, yo, you're hype. You're hype.
Yeah.
You posted it, and then what happens later on? Terrence Davis sees it himself
No doubt.
and
he
reposts
it.
that on his
Yeah,
Instagram
man.
story, and I was just
Yeah,
like, "That's
yeah.
love, man.
That's
That's
love.
awesome."
That's genuine. That's genuine, real ish right there.
Yeah,
That's the energy being positive, right?
for sure.
That's the
For
energy being. That's the energy being in the right direction right there. You know.
And that's all energy. That's all timing. Because I couldn't even tell you just the way that our show's structured now. Like, it's fewer and far between that I get a chance to do stuff like that now.
Right.
So like the opportunity to pop up.
Right.
But just the way that it all fell into place, and the fact that I was like, "Yo, can we use this?" And you're like, "Yeah, man, of course. Do whatever you need, right?"
Of course.
And then that's just all like the amount of people that came to me. Yo, also too, which you don't have to answer now. We'll talk at the end. We'll talk at the end. But one of my dudes, one of my bosses came, and he's from L.E.S, and he came to me. He's like, "Beals." He's like, "Yo, is he from Scotia? Is he Scotian?"
Course,
Right?
Of course,
Like,
of course,
yeah. I'm like,
of
yeah.
course, of
So
course.
it's
North
just funny.
Preston,
So
man.
it's
North
exactly
Preston,
what
man.
he said. So we
You know
started
what I'm
talking right
saying?
away. I'm like, "Yeah, man,
You know how it
We-
go.
So we started talking. Which
Yeah,
we'll talk
yeah,
about that
yeah,
after. But it
yeah.
was just jokes how it all came about.
Yeah.
Because he's like, "Yo, that was your boy. I saw the name." He's like,
Yeah.
"It's from Scotian, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Okay, yo," and then it led to this whole other.
That's how it
conversation
goes,
with some
man.
jokes.
That's how it
I'm
goes.
like, "Yo, man," it was just awesome. And honestly, man, to me, it's all love. It's all energy. I talk about it all the time.
Right.
Positive energy. It's all about the fam. It's all about
Nah,
the
that's-
Sandlot people.
That's
that's
how it's supposed to be. Like I
Totally.
said, like for you, for me and you personally, you know me since you got like a year on me, I think.
Yeah.
But you know
Elementary
me,
school.
you know me since I was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
kid. Like when I was fighting every day, causing unnecessary shit. You know, excuse my language. You know, I was. You know me when I was a wild boy.
Yeah.
Even in the teens, I was just wilding out,
Yeah.
getting in trouble, doing some reckless stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think as time goes on, it's just maturity.
For sure.
And where we come from, you know, like what's happening with me right now, it's motivation.
For sure.
It's motivation to a lot of cats.
To me, I say it all the time. It's all energy.
It's
right?
energy,
And, like,
energy and motivation.
Yeah.
What we're doing is we're changing a lot of things. You know, we're creating history.
For sure.
Whether people want to admit it or not, and you know, those that know me and you, this is history.
For sure. And being able to do something like this too, where it's like to have a major release like that, where you're able to post it and say, "Hey, wherever you want it,
Talk about it.
Spotify,
Talk about it.
right?
This is
Apple
what it is.
Music, Tidal,
Yeah.
to have a major release like that, and like for me to be able to go to my guys, and huge shouts to Tim and Sid, who I say this all the time, and I probably don't even say it enough.
No doubt.
They let me
Peace,
cook.
beloved. That's
They let
love.
me cook,
That's
right?
love. They gotta
They-
let you cook.
Yeah, so like
know?
a lot of times if I'm throwing something out and say, "Hey, this is what I want to do,"
Right,
there's
right.
a trust factor there, and they'll
Has
let
to
me
be,
cook,
has
and
to
they'll
be.
say, "Okay, cool," and then it all comes around full circle
Right,
to where
right.
my boss comes today. He's like, "Yo, Terrence Davis reposted that. That's awesome." Right? So it's like it's all energy, it's all love. That's the reason why I enjoy telling that story and sharing those stories.
doubt,
Because
man.
one of the things I always say about this pod, I never would the main reason why I do it is to share the story with someone who might be listening, who's thinking about doing whatever it is.
Let me tell y'all something. There's a reason why we call him Hove. There's a reason why we call him Hove. There's a reason why we call him Hove. His real name is Sheldon, but we don't call him that. We call him Hove. It's always been like that.
Always,
you know?
always,
it's always been
from
like
Sandlot,
that.
From
Sandlot, man.
But the thing is, it's like, to me, it's thinking about the fact that, hey, there's a lot of people who are going to tell you why you can't do so, which is a message in the song as well. There's always going to be a lot of people telling you about stuff that you can't do.
Use it as motivation for all I've been through.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Drop the bars on it,
yeah,
right?
man.
But I'm saying it's like, I get to tell people that you just go do it, and you're going to learn so much along the way and figure stuff out. Because when you were telling me about this from last year, how much do you think that you learned in between then and now to this spot that you're at now? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
so much. Every day. You know, I honestly believe more than ever in that 10 years, 80,000 hour work.
Yeah.
I've been rapping for a good minute.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm just now getting a push through, which is just a sign of not giving up.
Yeah.
Just have a passion for it. Keep going. Never take no for an answer. There's always going to be a door.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a door, no matter what. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Totally true. And I think too, we're in this space where I'm always very vocal about the fact that I got a good base of friends, man.
No doubt,
a good,
man.
solid
No doubt.
A lot of people working hard.
Yeah.
A lot of people working in different facets of life.
Yeah.
Different industries, different businesses, different whatever. And whatever it is that you need or you might need a hand with, there's someone who's
and we don't even talk to each
help.
other. You know, like I said, we grew up same group of friends, different little packs. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even talk to each other every day. But when we see each other, it's like, man, it's always love. It's like,
always.
damn, what are you saying? Like, you know?
And that's how it's always going to be.
Yeah,
always
man,
got to
for
keep
sure,
the positive
for sure.
energy up. And that's why, too, like, the vibe of the raps to the city.
Come on now, man.
And what it did. And I know people look at
Still
Drake.
champs.
Well, here's the thing. I know people look at Drake in a lot of different ways. And I don't really want to make this about, you know, Drake's music or whatever. But I always point back to, you know, I'm positive he was probably smashed when he said this, but the speech, the rant that he had after they won.
Yeah.
But he's sitting there, and one of the things that he said, he's like, look at this, and he's pointing at all the people.
Yeah.
He's saying, this is energy, this is the city, this is what it is. All the years of all these people trying to say, we are big time, we can do this. There's tons of energy and positivity in this city. That's what that was. And that always stuck to me.
It's always in the stick.
That moment stuck with me, right? Because it's real. It's all a culmination of the energy that's in the city.
100%.
Of just people putting on, people being able to say, hey, I can make music here.
Right.
I can do this here. I'm going to find a way. It might not be the same path as someone else.
Yeah, man. Always got to find a way, man. Your boy Beals found a way.
Hey.
Let's put it that way. Your boy Beals found a way.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
The track's out now. The track's moving now, getting big radio play in the
city.
Yeah. Again, available. Young Black and Gifted, available on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you get your music.
No doubt. Tell me get it.
What's the next move? Obviously, people are going to support. I'm going to play the track. If you're listening to this on the podcast side, not live, but on the podcast side, I'm going to play the track at the very end of the pod, so it'll be there for you. But again, please go support the fam, because that's all this whole project is. It's all energy. It's all love. And if you support me and anything on the On Blast, I'm asking you to go support my guy Beals as well.
I appreciate that.
It's all love.
I appreciate that.
So tell the people what else is next for you, what you got coming up.
Well, we're still gonna push Young Black and Gifted. Right now we're working on a video treatment, so there will be, you know, a video coming either late March or early April.
Okay.
Also, I know Satire is working on something for himself.
Okay.
So that'll be dope. I'll be part of that. And then we're working on Cocaine Noir too.
Okay.
That's pretty much done. We're just touching up a few things. And hopefully we're going to slide it out towards the end. Like I said, towards the end of April. That's a process. We got to make sure that goes to the right channels and whatnot, because it's not going to be like a regular release.
Yeah.
This one is going to be like Young Black and Gifted. So we got to make sure it gets the right channels, and this project is special.
Yeah.
This is just, we tapped in.
And it's real. I'm telling you guys.
We tapped in. It's the
real story. I just gave you guys a real behind the scenes story of me playing it. to the point where I had to take the headphones off, played it for my dudes beside me to like, I gotta call this guy and put this on right now. And the Terrence Davis story and the song just
shout out to Terrence Davis, man, because he don't know me, he don't know Hov.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We never put in a plug for that, nothing like that. He did it off the strength. That's what it's about. So real recognize real, right?
Always.
So in his mind, he knows that song is speaking to his story. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man.
It's beautiful. The Instagram feed is about to cut out, but don't worry, we're about to wrap things up anyways. If you want to continue till the very end, just click the link in my bio. Instagram people, everyone else, we're about to wrap up. But just know that, you know, again, that was massive to me. Like, the song bangs. Like, I'm not even gassing.
Appreciate that, baby.
Like, there's no boost.
I appreciate that, baby. I appreciate that,
right?
King.
And so that's a thing that's real. That's word. Word is bond, right?
Cosign is major, man. Cosign is major.
Huge cosign. So, of course, when the video's done, you know you got to pass it through.
Oh, man.
We'll definitely put it on the site, of course, right?
Oh, man. No doubt. Most definitely.
But again, thank you guys for tuning in, as you always do, to this, the Wrap It Up podcast. Really appreciate you coming through,
my God. Thank you, Hov, man. It's always love, man. I appreciate that.
Please tell the people the socials where they can follow you, keep up with your career, music, the posts.
No doubt, man. Beals BTMG on Twitter and Instagram. Hit me up. Young, Black, and Gifted. Available everywhere. Check out my man Satire at Cocaine Noir on both Instagram and Twitter. I think he got a Twitter. I know he got an Instagram. You know what I mean? Extra shout out to my guy, The Real Rich Neeks.
Yeah.
The Real Rich Neeks on Instagram and on Twitter. Shout out to the guys on the American side, you know, on the Sony Orchid side. You know, they put in a lot of work, man. Shout out to my guy Noah. You know, shout out to my guy Nate, my guy Mitch. Man, it's just different.
That's dope.
Like Hov says, like the rapper Hov says, and my
different.
homie Hov says, it's just different.
It's just
different.
different.
You know, just thank you to everyone for the support, man. Young, Black, and Gifted everywhere now. Go get it.
Cop it too, and I'll make sure to post the video that we're talking about, the Terrence Davis video. We'll post it on our social media.
Yeah, for sure.
Shh, just don't tell my bosses. But I'm joking. The NBA loves the promotion.
No doubt.
But yeah, again, thanks guys for tuning in. As always, as you do for the Wrap It Up podcast, live on Twitter at Shell Alexander. Same thing goes for Instagram at Sheldon Alexander. And as you know, the full podcast can always be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud. Everywhere you listen to your podcast, we're there. So please like and subscribe, tell your friends, rate us, rank us, all that fun stuff. As my guy Bomani Jones always says, rate us 5 stars, because if you give us 4, I'm forced to believe that you are a hater.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
It's all love, as always. And until next time, thank you guys for tuning in to Wrap It Up podcast, because I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. This is the Wrap It Up on Blast Raps post-game show, as always, unpolished and unapologetic. Until next time, see ya.
Peace. One love.
Don't worry, listen to the track. It's starting right now.
Young, Black, and Gifted. Go get that, baby. Let's do it.
Peace.
On blast.
Young, black, gifted, said twice. Came up from the mud, not living right. No other options but to make it out. It's hard to do good when you're next door to Satan's house. Pistol on his waist is how we start the day. Hunger pains, he ain't eating, man, no straight to play. Take that icing off your top, then eat your cake. I got to get it now, only slackers wait. Know my thoughts, blueprints for millionaires. Sat back and got game from millionaires. Living going hard cause a million's near. To the world, conquer and destroy my fears. Look, street executives, no suit and tie. In a Benz, white friends, be my Jewish ties. Mazel tov, we all had the same ambition. I kept going while you parked, yours wasn't driven. All these colors in my pockets, brown, red, and green. That's 150s and 20s, bulging on my jeans. For better days, no homicides, cause I don't wanna have to knock a piece out your peace of mind. Keep a peace, cause these niggas want a peace of mind. Loyalty, honor, respect is so hard to find. Stay on your grind, cross your T's, dot your I's. Stack up, invest, build an enterprise. Put your homies on, they put their homies on. Be each other's crutches, so nobody falls. All these gems in my verses, nothing but game. Prices of vice is given, you should spread the same. I'm thinking yachts, France, yeah, Central Bay. Where the water's blue, a courtesy of God's grace. Ish, this exactly how I'm supposed to feel. The feeling's real when you made it, about to feel. Feel me? This Malcolm X, this Martin Luther, this Muhammad Ali, don't let them people shoot ya. Young black gifted in my bloodstream. My bloodline consists of kings and queens. Cops killing in this shit is tragic. Identify yourself, what's your badge number? Let's see what be. This Bobby Seals, it's Mandela. Through the voice of Beals. I'm the fame. All I need is stacks. Some property, where the sun and water's at. Yeah, they used to tell me what I can't do. I used it as motivation for all I've been through. Project buildings to the palm trees. I don't even smoke, but AJ rolled the weed. Let's toast to life, thank God for how we living. All these blessings given courtesy of God's forgiveness. That's 2020, all the nights we spent hungry. That was 5-star meals, eating loving. If you're getting money in the arm with it, the campaign of the young, black, and the gifted.